Awesome. Amanda, am I sharing my screen?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so welcome to my website audit webinar where we're going to be discussing psychology principles to help you level up your website. So let's go ahead and so the agenda is you're going to be learning with me. I'm going to teach you some, like I said, psychology-based principles to help you elevate your website. Then we're going to go into website audits, or I like to call it website roasting, but it's productive roasting, right? The goal is to help you improve your website and give you like some insights that you can, implement, or if you need some help, we're always here to help. And then at the end, we're going to announce the winner. So at the end of this webinar, you should feel like you have control over your website's performance and have clear insights on how to improve your website performance. Who this is for: party rental business owners who are wondering if their sites are good enough. And then if you have a site and you feel like you should be getting more bookings, then this is absolutely for you. Who I am and why you should listen to me. I've built more websites, party rental websites, than I can count. I lead a team of people who coach party rental business owners how to turn their websites into money-making machines. And I have stellar reviews who mention me by name. And I love web design. And every day I wake up and I love what I do. I love learning new things on my own, even starting my own web design business. I'm super excited about that. We'll move on now. A little bit of some showing off. So these are some of my reviews from clients that you might know in the party rental business just like you. More showing off. And stick around till the end, because at the end we're going to announce the website makeover winner. You must be present to claim your website makeover. So that means that if you are the winner and you're not here anymore, you will not win and will go to the next person. Your potential customers are in their research phase. So when most, even not just party rental business websites, most people that are shopping online or looking are just researching. They're not sure yet. They're just looking around. And so you have to give them what they need, considering that they're in their research phase. So they are qualifying you. They want to see if you have what they want, if you are credible enough, if they can trust you, right? And you need to give them answers, and you need to give them answers quickly. One thing I did not add here, which I forgot to add, but the importance of the most important information being at the beginning of your website, right above the fold. That's something that we call, basically, without having to scroll down, that's what above the fold is, right? So I'll get more into that in a little bit, but I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm going to discuss the 4 powers with you, and those are things that you want to have on your website without having to scroll down. Okay, so that means as soon as people get to your website, whether it's on mobile or on desktop, you need to have these 4 things: where you are located, what do you offer, and what to do next, and then social proof, reviews, right? The 4 powers can serve as instant gratification. So we all know that we are a society who is absolutely addicted to instant gratification, and we can blame platforms like Instagram and Facebook for that. We just are so addicted to the dopamine boost that we can get within seconds by just opening our phones and going on social media and like, okay, let's see what's on here. And then one thing catches your attention and it's just gratifying, right? So we're constantly looking for something to feed that instant gratification. So what we could do as business owners is capitalize on that. And it's not going to be necessarily things that there's consciously feeling like, oh my God, this feels so good. No, it's just subconscious instant gratifications. The opposite of having a frustrating website, right? So as individuals anticipate satisfying their curiosity or finding something of value, for example, if they're on your site and something of value in that moment might be something that they're looking for, they want to know. The brain responds with a surge of dopamine. So we want to use that on our websites. We want to capitalize on that. I think, okay. So I'm going to show you some website. Oh, you know what? I really wanted to show you guys some of my work. So I'm going to get out of this really quick. Um, I don't know if Stacy's still here, but I have her new website that is not live yet to showcase. Hope that's okay. Let me go pull this up. I want to show you guys some of my art. So I was supposed to pull this up when I did the who I am, but it's okay. So these are some of my party rental websites. I also work with a graphic designer, so we collaborate and we make some really awesome stuff. This is one of our really cool websites. This one was Nickelodeon inspired. And then we have, if you look at the mobile view, you know, even on the mobile view, we're able to communicate so much information in so little space and it still looks just as good. You know, often we go to websites and they look great on desktop, but then we look on mobile and it's like, you know? Um, so yeah, let me just show you some more. There's just so many to show. This one's pretty cool. This one was for a company in South Florida that we did. There's so many. I love this one. This one's a very new one. So as you can see, a lot of creativity goes in here, and they're not just pretty, they convert. So that's what makes them unique. It's not just that they are pretty. We combine creativity with insights and data-driven insights to create awesome high converting websites. I'm gonna go back to my webinar. Actually, let me go. Oops. So I'm going to show you what a website looks like that has all the 4 powers. So I don't know what's happening here. I love when this stuff happens when you don't want it to. All right, so this is can you guys see my screen, Amanda? I just need to confirm.
You're good. All good.
Okay, so this is a website that has the 4 powers. So let's count. So first power is where you are located, right? So we want to know, our customers want to know when they click on a search, are they indeed near me, right? Near you. We know that you do bounce house rentals. We're going to get into why this is bounce house rentals instead of, like, for example, water slides, right? Why would we not put water slide and bounce house rentals in Prosper, Texas? And then we have what we offer. So we have it in a visual way. You could do what we offer in either a visual way, or you could do bulletin points where you just kind of write it down, like bounce houses, water slides, concessions, right? And then we have our call to action right here, and it's all above the fold without having to scroll, right? You could see all of this information right above the fold, and then you can see the reviews, the credibility, and it's the reviews are placed here for a reason, because we want to kind of guide the client in a way where it's like, okay, they know where we're located, they know what we have, so they're like, okay, we know that they got what I need, and then they can trust us, and then they can start shopping. So these are really simple things that can really, really, really be really effective. Just tapping into the client's mind, right? So that's what we want to do. So let me go ahead and present again. I do want to share Stacy's new site. I don't know if Stacy's here, but I'm obsessed with it. Isn't it so cute? So she wanted a kind of, what is it? What's the word? Come on, like diner retro vibe, right? So we have, again, same thing, where she's located, what she offers, the call to action, the reviews. I even added a little cute weather widget here for her. And we have the rentals to go right into that. I'll stop showing off and I'll go back to the presentation. All right. All right. So so I'm just going to talk about this again. So again, the 4 powers can serve as instant gratification. So what that is that we want to give the customer what they want in that moment. They want to confirm that you have what they want, you're located where they are, and they want to know what to do next. So it's easy to access what to do next. And then the reviews, all these things can serve as dopamine triggers and instant gratification. And I'm going to tell you how. So where you are located, the dopamine trigger is if a location is a key factor, which in the party rental industry, it definitely is, right? You want to know that they're near you. Delivery charges are going to be insane. So if a location is a key factor in the user's decision-making process, confirming this match can lead to a positive emotional response, which we know is a dopamine trigger. What do you offer? Another dopamine trigger. Discovering that a site has exactly what they're looking for can deliver instant gratification, which is again associated with a dopamine hit. What to do next? Make the process straightforward can reduce frustration and increase feelings of accomplishment as a user easily navigates your site. You might be thinking, like, really? Yes, subconsciously, absolutely. Consciously, no, they're not like, oh my God, this is so exciting. No, but it's a subconscious feeling, right? So, and then even better, what to do next is like a funnel, right? And I'm not gonna too tap into that because this isn't a marketing webinar, it's more website related. But a check for coupons button that once they put in their information, they get a coupon. That's a huge dopamine trigger, right? Because they're getting something in return of doing something. Kind of like a workout, right? Social proof, another dopamine trigger. So social proof can reassure users that others have had positive experiences, which can enhance trust and satisfaction. Again, potentially leading to a dopamine release due to the perceived reduction of risk and confirmation of a good decision. A lot of people, they don't know, they've never heard of you. A lot of us are small business owners. And so that social proof is so essential, right? Because people, they want to trust you. They want the first website that they go to be someone that they can buy from. They don't want to waste time. So having that really reassures them and gives them that reassurance and satisfaction that they need. H1 tags. Now, these are one of the most important aspects of your website. Um, an H1 tag is a piece of code used in building web pages, specifically in HTML. It's called an H1 tag. So basically, your website has a total of 6 header tags, right? But the H1 is the most important headline. It's like a big title on your webpage. A lot of times, what I notice with a lot of party rental websites, they have a heading, but it's not the H1, and it's not something of a keyword or a location, which is really important for search engines to categorize you. So not only is it important to have a header that makes sense and is helpful. Let's see what the next. Okay, so here's a great example. So this A, right? A has a really great H1 right here. Why is it great? It has a keyword. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but in the inflatable industry, bounce house rentals is the highest search term, right? More than water slides, more than obstacle courses. So when we're telling Google, this is our main idea of our website, this is our main thing, we want to tell it something that our main thing is something highly searched, right? We want Google to index us in something that's constantly searched, not party. It's party time. What does that say? Like, it could be anything, right? It could be a club, it could be anything. But we wanted to say, okay, Orland Park bounce house rentals, especially when someone searches like bounce house rentals near me, for example, and let's say Orland Park is near you. Google is smart enough to know that Orland Park is near you and you're more likely to pop up. Another thing here, again, you see, this is how I was telling you, it doesn't have to be a visual. It could be, again, bullet points, right? So if these weren't here, again, a visual representation of your business is better, right? People want to see visuals, but it could be bulletins like this. Then we have the soft call to action, which is the check for coupons. Hard calls to action are like book now, shop now, not necessarily, but book now is like give me your money. You want to have a call to action, even request an online quote is a soft call to action because it's not something of high pressure or too strong, I guess you could say. So this is still a good if you don't have a funnel. And I don't want to get too deep into that because I don't want to go off track. But definitely your call to action should be above the fold, meaning before you scroll. So again, with the H1 tags, search engine understanding. So, Google is operated by a computer. So you want to remember that when you're trying to rank your website or get better SEO. So again, the search engine understanding. Search engine uses H1 tags to understand the main topic of a web page. So it's party time doesn't necessarily say anything to Google about what you do or who you are, right? So a clear, concise H1 helps search engines index your page more effectively. And what index means is think about like a book index, right? You go to the index to see the chapters, right? So when Google indexes your website, it's going to put you in a category. And so you want it to put you in the right category, and your H1 is a very, very high impact point. And then another thing that I think a lot of people think of is if you are running Google ads and you take them to your homepage, people need to know that they clicked on something relevant. A lot of people, sometimes people run ads and they're running like multi ads, or they're running them in the wrong location. And then you end up on a site that's not even close to you. So you want to reconfirm that, yes, you landed on a page that is relevant to your search. So I'm going to talk about Hick's law here. And in this, I want to, unfortunately, I can't see the chat, and oh, here it is. That's what happened. Okay, never mind. So Hick's law, this is what I want to talk. This is a psychological principle. It is, I don't want to get too much into it. So this is going to be interactive. So I want to know. So think of it, you're on a website, you scroll down a little bit and you see the categories. Now, one of the websites that you go on, the categories look like this. Okay. And then the other one, the categories look like, well, I gave it away. Great. Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, so one of the websites looks like this and the other one looks like this. Okay. So basically, what I was getting at is you don't want your website to be cluttered because it can lead to an overwhelm in the customer. It can make them feel like they don't know what to pick. If they pick the wrong thing, they might regret it, and it could just delay their decision, leading them to not even making a decision. So let me talk to you guys more about that. So I was supposed to ask you guys which one you thought was better, this one or this one. Okay. And then let me see the comments. Okay, it's okay. I still would have selected B. Okay. So yeah, anyways, exactly. So that's not what you want to do. People get overwhelmed by that. You want to keep it clear. You want to have minimal selections on each page. That doesn't mean that you have to take off some of your inventory. It just means that you want to categorize and make things a lot simpler, right? So you don't want to have a homepage that has everything listed out like this. You don't want to do that. And again, there's a great reason, because I use data and I love psychology. That's one of my favorite passions or topics, really. So Hick's law states that the time it takes to make a decision increases with the number of complexity of choices. For website design, this means simplifying navigation and reducing the number of choices per page to speed up decision making and improve our experiences. So not only do we want to speed up decision making, but there is a book called The Paradox of Choice. It is written by a famous psychologist. I can't remember his name, but basically, he talks about how offering too many options can overwhelm users and lead to decision fatigue, reducing their likelihood of making a decision. So, similar to Hick's law, it limits the number of choices to increase convergence. A really big one that stood out to me with the paradox of choice is dating sites and how they are causing a lot of people to stay single because there's just so many options out there. They could just click, 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 next, next, next. And they're afraid that if they pick someone, they're gonna miss out on the next person. And I like, it's crazy, but this is legit. This is very common, even subconsciously, right? So same thing with a website. So Apple uses this type of category listing, right? They don't just put out all their products and all their types. They simply put the categories like this, and then you could pick into them. I know Amazon does something a little different. If you go to an Amazon site, it's very crowded. They have things all over the place, but that's because it's Amazon. And then Amazon has personalization. So if I go on my Amazon homepage, it's very different than yours. Mine shows what I like. So Amazon can do that, but we can't, right? There's a difference. Because it's customizing it to the person, just like Instagram does with the algorithm. And then this is enterprise rentals, who they kind of have you select what type of car you want, and then it goes into more types. The decoy effect, I really like this one. I think this one gets looked past a lot, but the decoy effect, if you can see, Starbucks uses it. Can anyone guess what the decoy effect is? I'd like to see if someone can guess this. I'm gonna give like 10 seconds. Come on, guys. Someone guess it. They all the same size? No, they're not. There's a small, medium, and large. Oh, I get it. I've heard of that conspiracy. Yes, yes. Tally bounce, yes, actually. Yes, exactly. So basically, the decoy effect in decision making, adding a third option can change the perceived preference between the other two options. So it's useful for pricing strategies to make the more expensive one seem like to make the basically the middle option is going to be the more appealing one, right? So it's useful in pricing strategies when you introduce a third, less attractive option, which is the expensive one, and the preferred one is more appealing because if you look back here, the small one, cool, it's smaller, but there's less value, right? The medium one is value, a little bit more expensive, but then the large one is only a little bit more expensive than the medium one, but there's way more value. And so that's the decoy effect. And it works. You know, a lot of restaurants use it, a lot of bigger companies use it. But I'm going to show you how one of our clients uses it. So this is how you can use it in your business. For example, we have a 4.95 for 3 hours. If they do book that, it gives you the opportunity to flip it within the same day, meaning you can rent out the same item twice. The day rate is 6.95, which is much higher than the 3 hours. But then the overnight is even cheaper than the day rate, and you get it for longer. So now the overnight looks like the best deal. And I don't want the 3 hours. I don't want the day rate. I want the overnight, which is essentially what she wanted, which is why it's a rainbow. It's supposed to be appealing. And then how aesthetics appeal influences user perception. So I would say like 10 years ago, this might have not been that important. But since the rise of aesthetics being so important, especially from Instagram and Facebook, mainly Instagram, right? Aesthetics are so important. Users have a higher standards for aesthetics, really. Everyone is just how aesthetics appeal influences user perception. And this is for websites specifically, the halo effect. So when you have a really good looking website, it basically gives you excuses if you have little mistakes around. This is like, it's a cognitive bias where the perception of one positive quality, like a good design, leads to biased judgments of other qualities like usability or credibility. So you can have like 10 inflatables in a super sick website, but because it's super sick, they're going to say, okay, this is a really professional business. They must know what they're doing. They have really put the effort into their business. Um, so, a study published in the Behavior and Information Technology Journal found that visually appealing websites are judged as more credible by users, particularly in the first few moments of interaction. This judgment can be very crucial for first impressions, as we all know. I mean, first impressions are everything, but um, definitely, I know I do it. I don't know if it's because I'm a girl and because I'm artistic, but if I see a website that's not so professional, I might deem it as less credible. I might be scared to give it my money even. So it just depends on your area, right? But it is something that's becoming a more and more higher standard, really. A well-designed website can reflect the care, attention, and detail investment of the company willing to make to its public image. In a world, basically, that's what I was saying about in a world influenced by platforms like Instagram, we're just very like we are very drawn to aesthetically pleasing things, and we deem them better, right? So I'm going to. That's it, actually, for my webinar. I'm going to stop right here. I'll put this here. 3 ways to make a schedule an appointment with us. You can text the word website, or comment the word website, or you could scan this QR code right here. I am going to pull this up at the end, so don't worry. But if you text the word website to that number or scan this QR code, uh, we can have a one-on-one meeting if we don't get to your website audit today. But yeah, go ahead and scan that. I'm gonna give it a second, and then I'm gonna pull up all the websites so I could start the audit. Okay, let me see which ones I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna stop my screen share. I'll open it up to some Q&As so I can look at that. How many guys you guys found that helpful, or new or gave you a different perspective on your website? I would like to know. I need to know. So many awesome websites. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad you guys liked it. I'm glad you guys felt like it was you win. Okay. Hi, Timothy. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. I'll be doing these once a month. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up all the websites so I could start the audit. So just bear with me. Give me like 2 minutes to pull all of these up.
And then Ziana, I know we had a few people join a little bit later. Are we still accepting for the website drawing?
Yes.
If anybody wants
Mhm.
to, if you put your full name first and last with your website, I can add you to the drawing that we'll do at the end of our webinar. You have to be present to win, and everybody's got a shot.
Okay, I think I have most of these pulled up. All right.
You can put it in the chat is fine. Chat is fine with your first and last name, and then I'll get you in the drawing.
All right. So I'm gonna start with this one. Man, can you see whose website this is? 365, just so I know their name. 365 about party rentals. My screen is so big. Okay. So let's get started. So this one is funny. So your header is doing cool stuff at parties, although I love it. I do like it. I think it's pretty edgy. But is it useful, right? Is it going to tell Google what you do or where you're located so that they can index you properly? Probably not. You're just doing cool stuff at parties. Who knows what parties? Um, who knows, really? So you want to use keywords, right? Again, like I said, so you're in the Amanda, for keyword lookups, is that something we can share with people? We have something to share with them to see what keywords are most popular. Because for example, this guy, again, he's not doing as many inflatables, right? He needs to see probably like tents or something. Photo booths. Okay, photo booths. I know for sure that's one of the highest search terms in the industry. The photo booth rentals is pretty, especially the 360 photo booths. But I think out of most of your units or items, anywho. Oh my god, LED robots? That's so cool. So that's probably what I would put. That's your main thing. That's the most thing you do. So you want to put, for example, LED robot rentals in the city that you're in, right? That's what you want to do. If that is a high search term, or what your website is mainly about, it looks like it is. So that's what I would do, in the city that you're in. Another thing I do notice here is your social media links being up top here. As much as we want people to see our cool posts and all the real life activities that we do for our business, you don't want to put them at the top of your website because what's going to happen is, let me show you. I'm not sure if it's going to log me into my Facebook. I'm not logged in, but that's okay. If you go right into, they leave your site, they see their notifications, and now what's going to happen? They're going to go through their notifications and they're going to forget what they were looking at because let's face it, our attention spans are not what they used to be. And so again, the
Honestly,
dopamine.
I didn't think about that. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
I'm
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
I didn't think about that. That's a good, I never thought of it like that. You're
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I mean,
You want
if you're seeing it on the computer, it looks like it, but like on my phone, it doesn't look like it. So that's a good point on that.
Yeah, let
Ah,
me see what it looks like on the phone.
it looks very different.
Another thing we were talking about. Yeah, so it's like gonna be like that, right? On the
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah. Much different.
So like I would say more than 50%. The data is not very clear, but I know for a fact that especially with what you're renting out, most people are gonna be on their phone, right? So that's fine. But again, there are going to be some people who are on their
On the
desktop.
computer.
Yes. And
A
then
question.
mhm.
Since you're like that was actually a great feedback, and I really thank you for that.
No problem.
You see how I have the big image over there? So instead of that image, do you think it's good if I leave that one on top of it, or I can change it for like three pictures, like a collage of the photo booth, tables, chairs, and LED robots?
Yes, yes, yes. I would say get a graphic designer. I mean, I like the way that this looks, but it's not necessarily saying what you do. You could just list it out like how I was showing you guys how you could do it in list form if you really want to
Mm-hmm.
keep this. You could do it in list form, but definitely I'm telling you this is a really big deal, the H1. Um and this being bounce house, I mean not bounce house, your keyword in the city that you're in. And
I
then
used to do bounce houses.
yeah.
Used to.
Yeah. So check dates. I mean, am I even ready to check the dates? Do I even know that I want your stuff, right? So maybe a
Mm-hmm.
softer call to action, maybe request a quote, shop now. I don't know. It doesn't look like you have a funnel on your website, but and I don't want to get into that too much because I will go on and on about that. But definitely,
I
definitely.
wouldn't mind.
Yeah, so okay, so basically what funnels are, I'll just go a little bit into it. So when someone about according to Google's research, 90% of the people that go on your site,
Mm-hmm.
or sorry, not 90%, different data. Okay, out of every 100 people that go on your site, only 2% convert, which means only 2% of those people become leads or paying customers. That's a low number, right?
That's
Um,
correct.
yes, it's a low number. So the way that we find that it's you can increase that number is by getting people's information. So out of those 100 people, you only know two people that came. You only know their name and information of two people, right? That's insane. And let's say you're paying for Google Ads, you're paying for clicks of people that you'll never find out. So to increase your opportunities and to give you an opportunity to speak to those people and get their information, what we advise is funnels. And what funnels are they could be in different forms. It could be like a form of like get a quote, but then it gives you their information. But what we find for this type of business is check for deals, right? Again, we're tapping back into that instant gratification, right? People want, especially when you're looking for something. When I'm a clothing addict, I love clothes. Anytime I go shopping, every single website that I go on, they always have this, get 20% off now. Put in your information. I have to put my information in. I have to add my phone number, email, and then I'm like, okay, check my email. I got the coupon, right? But then what happens next? They're sending me email marketing. They're sending me text message marketing. And guess what? I personally, I don't press stop because I know I'm going to shop again for those people or I'm interested. So they're going to send me a coupon, right? But yours isn't going to be in that way. The way that we do it and the way that you can figure out a way to do it is you could put when they put check for coupons, what happens is they will get a text message from you saying, "Hey, it's let's say John at 365 Party Rentals. I know you were looking on my site. When is your event date?" Right? We're able to increase the number from 2% to like 7%. So that's like triple. And the response rates on those text messages for people to respond back to you are like 50%. This is data based. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am. That makes sense. That's
Yeah,
what I've been doing with social media. I just need some more experience with using the website though, because I'm
yeah,
really
I
not
can help you.
with
That's
social
literally
media. Yes, I can manage it well.
yeah.
But
This
with
is what I
with
do.
websites, I'm not that much into.
Yeah,
I'm not that experienced in it.
yeah. So the thing about websites, like the great thing is that you can do Google ads, right? So people on social media, you're telling them, "Hey, I'm here," right? They're not necessarily looking to buy from you, not always, right? However, and if they are, if you do like marketplace, a lot of those people they know you're a person. They can haggle you. They'll be like, "Oh, can I get it for cheaper?" Right? So websites are amazing platforms, especially when you're running Google ads, right? You want to run Google ads. The amazing thing about Google ads is people are looking for you to buy from. So they're looking up bounce house rentals near me because they want to buy. They have higher purchase intent and they're less likely to haggle you because they're coming to a legit business. If they wanted to haggle, they'll go on Facebook, they'll ask a friend. But essentially that's for websites. Um, but other than that, I see you have 5-star rating, but what if this is a lie? I don't know if this is true. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Come
Like
on. Well, you're
I
right. I have to integrate that in it.
yes, I'm very skeptical about those. So like
Hmm.
having it right here and then having like these widgets, we offer that service too. It's really actually very low price that we can do it for you. But like, sorry, these are not my websites. I don't know if I have. Oh, like this. See, look at this this widget. It's very real. If I click on this, guess what happens? It takes me to Google and it takes me right to that.
Okay.
exactly. So it's very on trustworthy.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to put up the widget thing.
Absolutely, yeah. And then um I checkout process is huge, right? Because you want to make things really easy for people to get to. So um I'm not sure. I'm not gonna get too deep into this because I do want to give someone else an opportunity, but those are, again, the four things, right? If anybody wants me to send that slideshow to them at the end, just message in like type slideshow or something. And I'll send it to you because it's very valuable information. So again, that's what I would say. Definitely, when I come here, I'm like, okay, is this a club, right? I'm thinking, so
Yeah, it's a club. We do clubs too.
well, that's cool. But do you have a club?
Not yet.
Well, I hope you do get one. But again,
Thank you.
if I were to do that, I'd be like, let's say we didn't look at the logo because people are often looking at the middle. That's what catches people's attention. So cool stuff at parties. I just feel like you need to have what you have very, very like straight up. And then again, reviews and then your products. Let's say I hope that was helpful.
That was very helpful. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Let's see. Who's next? All right, I'm gonna do this one. Okay, so we're gonna do Josh Girder. This is Airborne Adventures LLC. So this is one's a little interesting. Um, I just feel like you accidentally deleted your whole like top part of your website.
Very possible. But deep
So
one-on-ones.
yeah. So I feel like let me actually pull up a website that I know has your template that's optimized so we can see how that looks. Oh God, where did that go? Which one was it? I lost it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so okay, so number one thing I would say is the area you're missing. Is there even a okay? So you want to have where you're located, like we said, in what city. You can have like this. We could have, and I see that you're one of our clients. You should message us to help you with this. I'll be happy to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, just text us. So where you're located, what you offer, and then so you have the funnel, which is great. But we want to make the call to action again to check for coupons.
Okay.
And you want to move your social media down below. You don't want to have it up there, just like what I told 365 Party Rentals
Okay.
as well. But other than that, like we just need to add all four powers, all of
Okay.
them. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, message us and I'll be happy to assist you with that. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah. If you even want to message right now so you don't forget, I got you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll message right now.
Let's see what all of the slideshow. Oh, I love how many people loved it. Makes me so happy. Um, those websites look nothing like mine. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's do something different. Um, we can do this one. Up, slide down. I like the name of that website. I like it. I like the logo. Um, throw the ultimate party. Again, what is this telling Google? It's not really telling them where to categorize you. It's telling them, hey, these people throw the ultimate party, but exactly how do they do that? We don't know. Really, we don't. I know that this is it tells you what we do, so that's good. So you don't have the main header telling people what you do or Google, but you do have it right here, so that's good. You have what you have, but you see when you have bounce house without the word rentals, what's to differentiate you from someone who sells bounce houses? What's going to differentiate you? This one, well, this is a separate word. Party event rental. This is separate than bounce house, inflatable. You don't want to use the word inflatable because most people are very specific when they search. Like you think about when you go on Google and you're just putting in like keywords in the search and you're not even making sense, but you know Google's gonna get it. But bounce house, you're probably gonna get people if they search that they're gonna get for sale bounce houses. It just depends. You want to be very specific with Google. Again, combos, the words combos. Again, if you want your website to the average person does not know what a combo is, right? If they're searching it, again, they're searching like keywords, they're searching bounce house with slide. That's how they're gonna think of it. They don't know what a combo is. So you want to put bounce house with slide rather than combo. Definitely don't want to do that because literally most people, just people in the industry know, or people who have like 10 kids that rent every year would know, right? But other than that, people aren't gonna know. For your categories, you should put like when you go into IO and you go to settings and then categories, you can change water slides to water slide rentals. Bounce houses, bounce house rentals, again, that's another thing with like the keywords. As much as it feels repetitive to you, it's worth it for Google to rank you up, right? These things are really important. So it might feel repetitive to put bounce house rentals and rentals, but it's so important and it really helps. But then again, your social proof. Like, I don't know if I should trust you. I really like this picture. That's one of my favorite units. I saw it at IAPA last year. I loved it, but love the photo. But definitely, like, I don't know if I trust you. I do like that your images in the background are cohesive. That does give a sense of professionalism. I do like that a lot. But like I said, 4 powers all the way. Where you're located, what you offer, and what to do next. I know it says book your event early, but maybe select date and time might be better. And then you can message IO to where if you put select date and time, they could have it when they click it, it will just open the cart. So there's a, I know how to do it, but if you message IO, they can do that for you too. Let's do the next one. I hope that was helpful. Whoever that was, if they're still here.
Yes, thank you.
No problem. All right, let's go ahead with this one. I'm trying to remember who this was. Tolly Bounce. Who's Tolly Bounce? Tolly Bounce. Oh. Tolly Bounce. What was your name? Can you let me know what your name was? Oh, awesome. Scott McConnell. Okay, Amanda, if you can unmute Scott if he has anything to say. All right, Scott. So actually, right when I get to your website, this is visually appealing. It does look very professional. So from a visual standpoint, I do like it. Again, social media links. You don't want that because when people go to social media, that's what they're doing. They are helping another business. For example, Facebook, right? They're giving their time to Facebook. They're leaving your site. You want your website to be a intuitive type of funnel that starts with interest and then leads to a sale, right? So it starts with, okay, they're near me, they have what I want, I trust them. So like, yeah, why not? Why would I not book? So you kind of want it to kind of have that intuitive, instinctive booking process. So what I see here is your call to action is check availability and get pricing, but I don't even know if I'm interested in your product yet. So I don't know if that's the first thing I want to do. Again, if you don't have a funnel, like how I was talking about that coupon, if you have ERS or IO, you can get quotes, and quotes are really great. Like request a quote. I think that's a good soft call to action if you don't have a pop-up or a funnel, because you can get people's information without a big commitment. The book now, check availability is not a big commitment, but what is it going to get you as a business owner? It's not going to get you anything. They're just going to check it, whatever. But if you put get a quote, you're going to get their information, right? And so then they become a lead, and then you can use your personality and pizzazz to sell them. Tallahassee bounce houses, amazing. You have a the keyword, but then again, this is an image. So even if you have Tallahassee bounce water slides, these are images. They don't mean anything to Google. Google can't read images. So it needs to be actual font that is labeled as an H1 tag that has the word rentals Bounce House Rentals in Tallahassee. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then again, but the awesome thing is you have the slides that show exactly what you offer. So that's really good. I know this might sound weird, but when I do the slides on the websites that I design, I make them really fast because people are not gonna like, I want them to see like flat, not like seizure fast, but like, you know, fast enough to where they see quickly like what you offer. I would just speed it up, but not the biggest remark really on it. But then again, right, the reviews right below right here are so helpful, because again, you want them to trust you, and then you want move this up here because I'll be honest with you, especially on mobile, people are not going to read this. This is going to look really long on mobile. It's more of like, let me inspect this. Yeah, you have, it's just, do you see how like on mobile you have this prime like in spot. Let's do 12 Pro. That's what I have. Yeah. So this is above the fold. Above the fold, you have all this information. You're basically telling them, call me or go to my social media, right? The last thing you want people to do is call you. What I suggest is like a text us button that like when they click it, it opens their messages, saves you time. This is more from like this is more an advantage for you, not the client, right? The text us button. But people love texting rather than calling. Nobody wants to call these days. But yeah. You do want to have like, I just want to show you guys really quick what the difference here. So look at here how much information is shared in a small space versus, God, I forgot which one it was. Dang it. Oh my God. Okay, there we go. This, right? So we have that. Oh no. I'm sorry. I don't know what is happening.
Apps for days.
Yeah. Wait, is it the last one?
Somewhat.
Oh my God. Wait, how does your logo look? One. Okay, there it is. Okay. Oops. Okay, yeah, but do you see like how much more information is here? Right? We have where we're located, what we offer, and this is a slideshow that just continues to go as yours does. But then we have the call to action. We have what customers say all above the fold.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Who wants to go next?
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
That was
Thank you.
great.
That was great.
No problem. Happy to help. Anybody that wants to go next? Send your website if you want to go next. All right, let me go ahead and, okay, so this one is one that we made. Ramon, is that Ramon or Dayton? Okay, let me just start with this one. Dayton. Hop on Top. Interesting name. Okay. Hop on Top inflatables. Our party, our priority. Your party, our priority. Again, it's another version of it's party time, right? You definitely, I know I'm being repetitive, but I just, in case someone didn't hear it, you want to put like, where are you located? I don't know. I have to. Tom's River, New Jersey. So maybe bounce house rentals in Tom's River, New Jersey. And then you can always, like, I know some people are hesitant about that because what if people think that I'm only available for that area? Well, you could just move this up here, put and servicing all surrounding areas or something, right? It's not that detrimental. You could always add like other things that can convey your message in a better way. I think that this picture's cool, but it just looks like a puffy thing. I don't know what it is right away. I know inflatable, bounce house, and party. I don't know if I would. A lot of the times, I don't really read the small stuff. So people are very, again, goes back to the Instagram point. visuals are really helpful. So like if you maybe put a few bounce houses here, like one here, and put your logo or something, you can do that in Canva, something like that, can convey better what you do. Because users will, get to your site. Chances are they're looking at other sites. You have a few seconds to pique their interest, right? So if someone else is, hey, this is what I have, this is what I do, this is a good example. Where they're located, what they offer. It just gets to the point right away rather than another one here. Here's this one, right? We know where they're located, what they offer, what to do next. And then there's this one and it's like plain Jane. I don't even know what they like. It's not much. There's not much there. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to help. But yeah, Dayton, I just feel like me auditing this is gonna be like complimenting us. So we made the site. But yeah, I mean, you have what you offer, you have where you're located. I think that my screen is being weird, but you have what you okay. So we have what we do. This is like I have a ginormous screen, so it's unusual. We have where you're located, what you do. Okay, so with our websites, because we are so myself and the designer were very like how can I say it? We really care about how things look a little too much. So what we do is, yes, see, this is an image like bounce house rentals, but we do a invisible H1 tag that says the same thing so Google can still read it. So what do I mean by invisible? We make the font clear and we shrink it down to like you can't even see it, but Google can detect it. Do you understand? Because it's a computer. So we have both versions because we want to maintain aesthetic but then also have Google read it. So, but yeah, you have what you do, where you're located, and then what your reviews. So that's great. And then, so yeah, overall, don't want to compliment myself too much, but yeah, it's a great site. Let's do the next one. How many people are still here? Nice. That is smart. Thank you. I know that's another hack for SEO. Like when you want to have like that's what kind of bugs me sometimes when the homepage has a ton of SEO, like a paragraph, and it's like just you can literally just make it transparent and shrink it down because people aren't going to read it. That's the truth. Nobody's going to read it. So what I'm going to do now is we can continue the website audits if you stay, but just to respect people's time and what we promised, because we promised that this would be an hour long. So we're gonna announce the winner, and then after we announce the winner, if you want to stay, I'm willing to stay till like 10 o'clock, whatever you guys want to continue audits. But just to respect everyone's time, let's do the announce the winner. So Amanda, do you have the winner?
I was gonna do a fancy wheel thing if you want to do that. And
Yeah, let's do it.
yeah, so I have a fancy wheel thing all set up, but I wanted to make sure this last person that I put in, Party Jump and Slide, who first and last name Party Jump and Slide. Just wanted to make sure I get that.
Are they still here?
Are they still here?
Right.
No?
Party Jump and Slide.
Is it Renzo? Was it Renzo?
No, that was Dayton. That was Dayton.
Dayton.
But
Okay.
he just had a custom website made by us. Unless he wants another one. But yeah.
Yeah, so we do have a few people in here who have done websites with us, which is great. So I think we'll just see, right? I put everybody in and we'll see what we come up with. All right.
I mean, if they win, they could always give it to a friend.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I wonder if that would be a perfect way to start something off with that. All right, let me go ahead and screen share my wheel. All right. Slate. Okay. All right. Here is my fancy wheel with all of our people here. And here we go. Who is it? And it's John. Look at you, John.
What?
I
That's
know.
so funny.
I love it, and it's like perfect. There.
So excited that John got that. Now he can ask you all the questions.
That's right.
That's so
Listen, she has lost because she's the lead on my projects, and poor Tin. That's all I gotta say.
It's so funny because John just actually bought 3 websites with me.
Listen, and you know I need more, so I'm very happy with that.
That's so funny. Well, before you guys go, I do want to share again, congratulations, John.
Thank
Guys,
you.
I'm honestly going to be doing this every month. So every month someone can win a chance to win a website makeover. And I really hope that, everyone gets a free website makeover. I mean, especially attending, and the fact that you're attending just shows how much you care about your business. So absolutely. So I'm just going to share this last side. 3 ways to schedule a one-on-one meeting with me. It is free to schedule a meeting. If we didn't get to do a website audit today, I give free website audits all the time. You could book with this. You could scan this on your phone right now, and then instantly book a appointment with me. Or you could text the word website to 708-401-6465. And then yeah. So again, if you guys want to stay here and let me audit your website, I'm happy to do so. And then if you want to book an appointment to do it, that's even better. Not even better, actually. I don't mind doing it right now. But yeah, Amanda, do you want to stop the live?
Sure thing.